Hello viewers, it's time for another edition of NFL TV. This time it's with outgoing footy operations manager Jarrad Carey. And Jarrad, welcome to the hot seat for one final time.
Thank you, Samuel. I'm a little bit nervous, mate. I don't like being in this spot. I like being the one to ask the question. So
we'll see how you
take
cope.
it easy.
We'll see how you cope in the role, in different roles, so to speak. Today, obviously, leaving on Friday being your last day, a new challenge lies ahead. First of all, what led you to the decision to cut your ties with the NFL, so to speak, and go on with Zadie's now in your new role? And how have you found the last 3 years in the footy ops position?
Jeez, that's a loaded question. Look, I just felt like I needed a change, to be honest, and have been looking around for a couple of months now. I've been speaking to Zadie's for a month and a half, and confirmed with them 2 weeks ago now that I'll be taking up a spot with them. And look, the last 3 years have been fantastic at the league. It's been 3.5 years now, and geez, I've learned a lot. I think I've grown up a fair bit in that time, and it's an enormous workload in here. As you know, Samuel, it's we're pretty under-resourced and we're understaffed, and look, to be honest, that had a little bit to do with my decision to leave, and just the workload is amazing, and after doing it for 3.5 years, I was just about ready to shoot myself in the foot, mate.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the role you'll be doing at Zadie's? And for those people watching who aren't aware of the Zadie's Foundation, can you just give a bit of insight into what you'll be doing there?
Well, look, basically the easiest way to explain about Zadie's is the rainbow shoelaces that a lot of people would have seen sports clubs and athletes wearing. That's one of the main avenues to get the message across. And look, Zadie's is all about organ and tissue donation, increasing the awareness amongst the community, and sport is the main way that we do that. I'll say we now. So my title is Events and Communications Manager, and look, I'll be heavily involved in sponsorship and trying to get elite clubs on board, trying to get the community involved. So really looking forward to it.
Well, a big part of your role, I guess, as a footy ops guy, and when I look back at what you've done in the last 3 years, is probably what you've had to do with the juniors and the junior development program. You also, I think, about a year into your role, had of course, unfortunately, the bushfires that swept through our area, and we had the bushfire appeal. They would have been two of the larger roles you took on in your time with the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, the bushfire thing came around pretty quickly. Happened on the Saturday. Obviously, it was a Black Saturday, and on the Monday came in here, and Kevin Crompton, who was the general manager at the time, we sat down and we were both pretty keen to get something going. So look, it went from being just a footy match between possibly under 15s to an all-out event. There was under 15 footy. There was an NFL game which had Ange Christou, Kuda, Angelo Lekis, all these sorts of blokes playing. David Teague, who was the coach of the Bullets at the time. And there was a couple of 2020 cricket matches. There was stunt bikes. There were kids rides, and it was amazing. It was a huge auction, and there was a rock concert at night. So it got pretty out of hand pretty quickly. So the 2 weeks planning up to that was just amazing. It was almost a 20-hour day. I was working every day and taking phone calls and dropping emails at midnight, 3 a.m. and just trying to get everything organised. And it came off really well. We raised over $60,000, which is great, and it just shows how much the Northern Footy League community cares about their own people. And the other part of your question, excuse me, the juniors, absolutely. That's one of my great passions, the junior footy, and look, the junior development program. We think we've got a pretty good program in place now, and with Ronnie McEwen and myself, we'll run it for the rest of the year, and we've got some wonderful coaches, and we think we're going on the right track, and the kids seem to be enjoying it.
And you're looking to stay involved with the juniors once you leave, staying on board as a committeeman, I believe, with the junior football program? Yeah,
I've spoken with Dean Philpotts, the NFL junior chairman, and I'll be volunteering as a junior committee member, which I've been a part of since I started here anyway. Because again, that's it's something I'm really passionate about, and I think we still need a little bit of work on our junior competition, and anything that I can do to help, I'm more than willing to do so.
Well, obviously you've had the 3.5 years here. You've also had a 6-year stint with Collingwood, so you've had a decade long in football, and I guess at Collingwood you're a team manager, had a few roles there. You were Alan Dydek's minder for a little while there as well. Steering away from football now, had you had enough almost of football as it was and moving into a new role, or do you think a part of you always have a bit of footy at heart?
Oh, look, no doubt. I'm a big footy head, and I'm actually looking forward to maybe playing a couple of games in the twos up bush this year as well. But look, it's been a long time in footy, and even before working at Collingwood, I did a year at the North Melbourne Footy Club with Dennis Pagan. That was Wayne Carey's last year of footy for the Kangas, so it was an interesting year. So yes, it has been over a decade in Aussie rules footy, and it's not a real hard gig having to show up every day and talk about footy and work in footy, but it's a unique environment, and look, I'm looking forward to a change. I'll still be involved in footy because Zadie's focus is pretty heavily on AFL, so but no, looking forward to the change, mate.
And what were the things you enjoyed over the time at the NFL?
Look, working with the kids mostly. I really enjoy getting out and having a kick and seeing how much the young players around our league learn. I've met some awesome people, and hopefully I've made some friends and got some friendships that will last for a number of years. And I suppose, look, just meeting the people. I mean, that's one of the big things that, as it was written in the article on the weekend, I grew up as a Diamond Valley Football League person, and it's a league I'm really passionate about, and so look, it was great to be able to work in the league and try and get it steering on the right track after some of the unfortunate happenings of early 07.
And the league at the moment, Division 1, 2 and 3 are they're pretty toughly contested at the moment. It's pretty even across the board, and especially Division 1 in the past. We've had Heidelberg dominating for probably about 5 years, despite not winning the premiership last year. Must be good to see competition where at the moment probably there's 9 sides who can genuinely say they can make the finals, and probably another 4 or 5 who will think they're genuine premiership contenders. It must be pretty good other than having just Heidelberg as a front runner.
Absolutely. Look, Division 1 footy this year is just so exciting. I mean, it's been an amazing season so far, and just the 2 results on the weekends with Greensborough beating Bundoora and Middlesea beating Northcote Park shows that every team has to be on their game every week, or else they're not going to be able to get the bickies. And I think that's probably one of the most exciting things happening within the league at the moment. Just the uncertainty of Division 1 footy. Who's going to make finals, who's going to play off, and who's going to show up each week. So, and that game on the weekend, Greensborough Bundoora, I was there for the whole game listening to you boys, and that's one of the best games I've ever seen, I reckon. Well,
I'll test that as well. It was a fantastic game of footy. And in your time here, was there any games or any players or clubs that will stay on the forefront of your mind, or anyone in particular you thought was an absolute standout in your time while you're here?
Oh, plenty of players. Lionel Proctor's always been one of my favourites. Over at West Preston, I love watching Billy Morrison go about it. Stinky McGough, Mark McGough when he was here, just a star. Shane Harvey's an obvious one. Some of the younger blokes, Reece Geary, I really enjoy watching from Lower Plenty. Tyrone Loader at Diamond Creek, those sort of running type players. So look, there's plenty around, and that's a testament to the league, I think, just to. We've got those high-profile gun recruits like big Prestige Yakimo, but still got the young kids coming through as well. And probably the best game I saw is one from left field. Was I think it was the 09 Division 2 Under-19 Grand Final. Woodley McLeod. It was just the most extraordinary game of footy, and it was a real ripper.
There you go. Well, you said you will hopefully play footy now that you get a few Saturdays to yourself, and you said you might be going to another league. I think a few people here might like you to pull the boots in a northern game, maybe do a clip over the year. Any chance you could line up for a few games at a team in the NFL?
I'm not dumb enough to actually put my hand up and play in the NFL. Do the old Ackermanis tour of duty or something, Samuel. But no, look, I think I might have a bit of a target on my head if I decide to roll out in an NFL team.
Anything else you want to add before you go? One last chance in front of the cameras to go off in a fond farewell?
Oh, look, I just really enjoyed the last 3.5 years. Everything, every decision I made was with the best interest of the league at heart, and it's a great footy league. It's got great people in it, and it's the northern community, and it's the Northern Footy League, and it's a great place to be, Samuel.
No worries. Well, thank you obviously for joining me today, but also for your assistance over the past couple of months. And I'm sure everyone in the league will miss you, but we look forward
Not everyone, mate. Not everyone.
we'll look forward to seeing you around the traps on the Saturday, and of course you're welcome to always pop in and say hello. Thank you for joining us. It's Jarrad Carey, one last time as the Footy Operations Manager of the Northern Football League. Thank you for watching this episode, and make sure you're watching tomorrow night as myself and Liam Quinn go through the 3 games in left in round 8 and round 9 for Division 2 this weekend. And of course we'll also review actually the first half of the NFL season. Make sure you're watching. See you tomorrow.